Hey everyone, welcome to Week in Review for Module 5. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit longer here, talking about some kind of catch up because unfortunately I did not get your Week in Review for Module 4. So I want to touch base with you on a few things. First one, grading all the way caught up through Module 3. Module 4 stuff just came in last night, so hopefully I will get that done early this week and have that in for you, so do take a look at that. But with Module 3, go in and check. There is some audio feedback for you in your journaling assignment, so take a look at that. One of the universal themes with the progress journals, many of you are having some difficulties with the quizzes. I know the quizzes are difficult. We have a couple things going on. One is there's some new quizzes that are being developed for you, and some of those questions aren't always the best. Like in Module 3, two really super difficult questions that only like 10% of you got right, 13% of you got right. Those were tossed out. And then there was one question that was confusing that I gave credit back for, in addition to those very difficult questions. So all of your quiz grades have been adjusted for any of those questions that I deem that, that are just not up to par. So there's been some uplift on the quiz grades there. So in general, they don't look too bad after the adjustments have gone through there. What I do tell students is just make sure you try to get in every assignment. And with that being said, take a look at your grades. Go into your grade book. If you see any blanks in there for modules 1, 2, and 3, and maybe there's an assignment that you didn't turn in, you think, oh, it's too late, I'm not going to turn it in. Do turn that in. I highly encourage you. I do take late work. I will deduct some points off of it to be fair to everybody that turned it in on time. But let's say, at the end, and I'm calculating all your grades, and it's a 20-point differential in grades between you getting a B or a C, and it was just that one missing assignment. And this is the way it always is. Trust me, there's always 3 or 4 people like this. It's just that one missing assignment, and you hand that in, and you could have gotten a B versus a C or a B versus an A. So do take a look at that if there is anything missing. Now, if there's something in there like, hey, Chris, I handed that in, but you didn't grade it, let me know. Shoot me a text. I get about 30 texts a day, but shoot me a text. Let me know, and I'll go back in and make sure I can find it and regrade it. I may have skipped something, but so do take a look at that. Again, hopefully Module 4, I'll have everything ready for you by Wednesday with Module 4 grading. Now that the big project for the HCA program is done, I'll be able to keep better, quicker grades for you, which we'll discuss the big project for the Healthcare Merit Administration program in a couple of weeks before this class ends. I'll tell you a little bit about that. All right, so all right, enough about grades. Now let's jump into the course. We've got some different things going on this week, and I want to make sure that you guys have some awareness here of what we're doing. So let's get my picture off of here. Let's jump into the course, and we are on Module 5. Okay, so with Module 5, again, we have our normal. I'm going to scoot this box down a little bit so we can see these. We have our normal quizzes and presentations, learning activity this week. Now, do be careful. There was a few folks, I don't know what module it was, but they were doing I think they got the problems and the questions mixed up. The book has both problems and questions, so make sure that you're looking here on what I'm asking for. So in this case, this week, which was different than I think Module 3, I think Module 3 we did problems. So this week we're doing the questions. So you're going to do questions, 5.1 all the way through 5.4. Again, make sure you're using full paragraphs. It's going to be more narrative, not technically doing math problems with this part with the questions. So just make sure you're careful and do which one we're doing that week. All right, let's move on to the next one, the quiz. Okay. Quiz is going to be a little different this week, so try to bring down your anxiety level. And again, the quizzes are the most challenging thing of this entire course. I know that. This week, though, we're going to have 5 questions, only 5 questions. But they will be math questions. Okay, so hold on. There will be math questions. Got to have a little bit of math in accounting, especially with Chapter 5. Pretty hard to get away from some math stuff. in the question, so you'll have a story problem. I know you hate story problems too, but you're going to have a story problem where you'll be given some information about whatever healthcare situation, and you'll extract that information and you'll come up with an answer. Make sure you write your work down. Type it down for me so I know the process that you're thinking about as you come up with the answer. I gave you plenty of space in there to input that work. That way, what that allows me to do is I'm really looking at process, not the correct answer. So you may get most of the points for that given question, even though you're totally off in your answer. So make sure you are doing that. Where it hurts students, and sometimes they do this, is they'll just say $3,250. And they'll just put that in there. I'm like, well, that's the wrong answer. You missed it by $10,000, and I have no idea how you even got that number. And I can't even give you any points because I have no idea how you got there. Where if you would have showed me how you got there, and I realized, oh, you just divided when you should have multiplied, but that's you're almost spot on. You'll get 95% of that question right. So it's to your advantage to do that. Now I've added some plenty of time, hopefully on this 2 hours, onto this quiz for these 5 questions. But do show your work, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Make sure you show your work. And don't want you to freak out because you're all used to these multiple choice. Pick the most correct, answer. This week you won't see that. You'll just open it up and there'll be an area. You'll get this, the question and an area for you to formulate the answer. So keep that in mind. All right, so that's with the quiz. And let's see what else we have. We've got case study. All right, so the case study is new, and I'm changing things up a little bit from the syllabi to. One of the themes in your journal entries also was the stress. The stress is kind of peaking for a lot of people right now, especially in modules. Kind of it starts to begin in 3 for all the work that you're doing, and other courses in this one kind of peaks around 4. So I think we're kind of hitting a stressful period for most of you. So what I'm going to do with the case study is we're going to extend the due date out. It's not due this week. It'll be due at the end of module 6. So we got 2 weeks to complete the case study. So take a look at that case study, and you've got 5 questions that you're going to answer. In each one of these questions, you're going to answer in a full paragraph. What full paragraphs are, not 2 or 3 sentences. You probably want 4, 5, 6 sentences, or more than 1 paragraph. So think about it that way. You've got 2 weeks to compose, let's say, 5 to 7 paragraphs to answer these questions. Now, on the case study that is in the case study book, it's case study 1 on page 3. As I'm looking over here at the case study on the River Community Hospital, my picture is kind of covering that up a little bit, but you'll find it in all the information in the module. So if for some reason, if you don't have the case study book, let me know. I will print that out and provide that in the course news. I think all of you might have the book, but I'm not sure. So you got 2 weeks to complete that. This is a whopper. It's worth 125 points. So what am I looking for here? I'm looking for, I guess, critical thinking skills. Are you just kind of making it up, or are you actually taking some time to think? And we all know what kind of making it up looks like. Or did you really kind of try to sit there, analyze it, and put those thoughts down into a cohesive, well-written paragraph? Don't worry about APA citation or any of that for the case study. So do take some time in there because it is worth 125 points. Like in a lot of the audio feedback that I told you on your progress journals for some of you, this course, the quizzes, the midterms, the final, those are the challenging points. This could potentially be one of the easier points that you can master just with some effort. So that one I don't think, and not tremendous effort. I mean, again, we got looking at 5 to 7 paragraphs for this, and there's 125 points up for grabs. So I guess put the attention into it, because if you don't, it really could hurt your grade points. Okay. All right, so there's the case study that we're doing, and I think we just got the normal progress journal for the week, and that is it. Okay, so let me jump back out here, make sure I've covered everything. Yes, I have. So that pretty much covers what we're doing this week. Again, double check your grades. If you're missing anything for modules 1, 2, and 3, let me know. Remember, hand in every assignment that you can. I will take late work. There will be a deduction on points. Don't sweat the quizzes. Just do your best, and then all the other grades will kind of help with what's happening on your quiz grades. Like for example, 125 points here for the case study. Again, some nice, thoughtful, critical thinking in here. Easily 120, 121, 125 points you could get for this assignment. Again, as long as you kind of fulfill those objectives that we have set forth. And that's pretty much it. All right, so that concludes the weekend review for Module 5, and thanks for watching.